In this video, I'm going to talk to you about having a clear vision, having clear goals, having clear key performance indicators, and having key result areas, and how that's going to help you drive your business forward. If you like this video, click subscribe so you can get more notifications on future videos. If you like this particular video in itself, click like so I know you like it and I can give you more content like that. And please leave a comment in terms of either a question or either information about what you want for future videos, or just some other things you want to share about your experiences in terms of setting goals or having KPIs, or how difficult or easy it was for you to set your vision. I'd love to hear from you. This is the next video on how to get started in property, and so far we've talked about a few different ideas in terms of finding funding, the different types of structures, and I think this one is the most important. And the reason why I say that is because having clarity on your business and your goals is incredibly important. I can tell you from my own experience in the early days when pretty much I had some kind of goals in my mind, but they weren't written down. I didn't have a very clear plan. I mean, I wrote a business plan, but that usually gets filed away somewhere to gather dust, never to be seen again. The only time I used to pick that up was if I was seeing the bank manager, and in case he might ask for a copy, and lo and behold, even he never asked for a copy, so it was just written there and it wasn't used. What I did find helpful though is later on, after a few years, I created a very clear set of goals and KPIs, key performance indicators, and they were extremely important, because if you don't know where you're heading, and if you don't have clarity on your vision, the chances are you're not going to get there, and you've got nothing to aim towards. So just thinking of having more properties, or having a bigger business, or having a larger rent roll, yeah, okay, it's a kind of a goal, but it's too fluffy and fuzzy. So what I'd like you to do is think about exactly what you want from your business. Partly, obviously, the conversation is why you're in business, what's your purpose, but I'm not going to cover that today. Today I'm just looking at what are your main reasons for being in business in terms of your goals. So is it the number of properties, is it the rent roll, is it the overall profit, is it the amount of time that you spend in your business, is it how much profit you make, is it how many holidays you take, and some of the other things that allows you to do in terms of maybe having a new car, or a different car, or a second car, or education for kids, or more holidays, or being able to buy the things that you don't have right now, a bigger house, paying off your mortgage. I mean, the list is pretty much endless to some extent, because everybody's got different aspirations and goals. But list those out and don't worry about how many there are. Some people say have 3, 5, 7 goals. No, if you've got 200, you've got 200 goals. You just got to tick them off one by one. So have clarity on your goals. With that, it's very important to have a very clear of what your business will look like at some point in the future. So try and map that out. And a lot of people struggle with this, and rather than giving you 3 or 5 or 7 questions, I'm going to keep it simple. I think just think about, okay, at say 3 or 5 years time, what do I want my business to look like? How many people am I going to employ? Am I going to have an office? How many properties am I going to have? Am I going to have properties in one particular area or different areas? So kind of map out what your business will look like at some point in the future. So I usually start with 10 years and then go 5 years and then 3, 2, 1, but you can do whatever you like. Even if you do 3 years or 5 years, that's good enough. Making a start's more important than getting it exactly right. So map out that, so when you get there, you know exactly what it looks like, and so that when you do get there, you think, yep, I've arrived, this is what I wanted. And that will obviously change over the months and years anyway, because it's iterative, and then your own goals and aspirations and ambitions change anyhow. So that's your vision, you've got your goals, and then have your key performance indicators. And so these are kind of real-time measures which help you stay on target. So this could be number of viewings, number of offers made, number of deals done, rent roll, cash in the bank, whatever things that you need to have that are going to help you measure and monitor your business on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6 monthly, annual basis. And again, I'm not one of those guys who says sit down here and make sure the KPIs are right. I can tell you every single business that I've worked with, and I've worked with loads of businesses, done over 3,000 business growth consultations. We start with a set of KPIs, and as we go along, we always end up changing them because they're iterative. We then find a different number or a different measure that we should be focusing on, which gives us better results or more focus or more clarity, and that works incredibly well. So for now, if you don't know anything else, just focus on number of properties, turnover, profit, cash in the bank, and let's say hours spent working in and on the business. Just start with those if you don't have any others, and then slowly you'll start finding the ones that work for you. Why it's difficult for me to give you standard KPIs is because the outcomes that you want are going to be different to the ones that I want. So there's no point in me giving a list of 64 different ones. I can do that, and you could pick up 4, 5, 7 from there, but it's better you go through the journey and find the ones that work for you based on your vision and the goals that you have in mind for your business. Linked with your KPIs, focus on your key result areas. So which are the areas that you ought to be working on where you're going to have the biggest impact? If you're good at obviously negotiating deals, then you want to be doing that. If you're good at refurbishing properties, you want to be doing that. If you're good at sitting in the office, by the way, planning and working on strategy and tactics, work on that. So look at those key result areas where you work best, and then look at all the gaps on things which you're not good at. It could be something to do with bookkeeping, could be paperwork, could be finding deals, could be working with your lawyers or your accountants. I mean, it could be a whole host of things. All of those things, including working with builders and contractors, you might not like. So make a list of those and then think, how can I outsource these? Because at the start you might not be able to afford to employ somebody. I would say get a VA, train them up. They're very good if trained properly, and they'll stay with you if you look after them, and get them to do most of your tasks. And as your business grows, you'll be able to hopefully employ people who can work with you and for you, and at the same time carry on using your VA, because there'll be other tasks that you're either no good at doing or you don't like doing. So get someone else to do it. Why do something in business that you don't enjoy doing? Sounds obvious, but most people do it all the time, and then they say they don't like it. So if you don't like it, give it somebody else who does like it, because we all like different things. So that, in a nutshell, very basically, is what I think you ought to be thinking in terms of mapping out your business. And I can tell you, those who do map out their business and take the time, and like I said, it can be a struggle. People don't always have the clarity, and then they find it difficult. But if you spend the time doing it, focusing on it, what you'll find is you'll have a clear vision, clear direction, a roadmap to work towards. Don't worry if you change the path. For now, it's just having some clarity, and over time you'll be able to change it as you please. But if you do that, you're more likely, in my experience and in the experience of my clients, to get to your goals than you are by just kind of aiming for anywhere and everywhere, because that usually is pointless. And the saying that comes to my mind is, if you try and catch 2 rabbits, you end up catching none. So why not focus on one thing and one thing alone, which is the clear direction and the vision of your business. So I hope you find that useful. Until next time, bye for now.